Now on CoastTV News.
Ocean's Calling reveal we got the big names in music performing at one of Ocean City's biggest events. Defining outdoor displays, the proposed update in that town regarding their boardwalk policy.
Well, it's been a chilly, raw morning. We're tracking more shower threats, and when will it finally warm up? I'll have the answer coming up.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Matt Pensick. Welcome to CoastTV News Midday. And our top story is the reveal of the big name acts that are scheduled to appear at this year's Ocean's Calling. So here are some of the headliners that just dropped. It was about an hour ago that we learned these names. Dave Matthews Band is returning. Hootie and the Blowfish is one of those performers. Mumford & Sons, 21 Pilots. Those are just some of the acts announced this morning. And we have the entire lineup for you on our website, CoastTV.com. Moving along, this next story is a story that is a developing one for well over a year in Ocean City. The outdoor displays on the Ocean City Boardwalk, according to the Ocean City Planning and Zoning Commission, they will consider adding definitions to town code. This is relating to these displays that you see here on your screen. Ocean City documents state the move aims to clarify and update sign regulations. That commission is meeting at 7 p.m. Today, budget discussions expected in Ocean View. The Ocean View Town Council workshop was rescheduled from February 24th. That was due to all that snow that we experienced. And according to today's agenda, the council is expected to discuss the fiscal year 2027 budget, as well as a 5-year capital improvement plan. It's also time for community members to provide feedback on that proposed budget. Ocean View's budget workshop is taking place this afternoon at 3. Now we continue on this dreary late Tuesday morning as we get a live look into southern Milford. Our First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono joins us now. He has a look at First Alert weather. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Matt. I wish I had some better news to report as far as the weather is concerned. We're socked in the cloud cover. We've had some fog that's developed here, especially across the southern portion of the peninsula over the last few hours. And we're beginning to see another wave of very light shower activity beginning to push into the mid-shore. And this is going to push over the peninsula through the next hour, and then we should dry out a bit through the afternoon. You can see the low clouds here in Cambridge, some fog there, 37. You can see visibility down to a quarter of a mile in Easton, half of a mile in Cambridge. Visibility doing better along the Delaware coast down through Ocean City, where visibility is about 9 miles. We're at 42 right now in Georgetown, 43 in Salisbury, 39 in Rehoboth Beach. Now, once we get past the showers here, over the next hour, again, we should dry out through the afternoon. Temperatures making a run at the upper 40s to lower 50s ahead of another round of rain that's going to be rolling in tonight through early Wednesday. I'll have details on that. Plus, when this big warm-up is set to arrive, I'll have the answer coming up a little bit later on the full forecast.
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you, Chris. Lunar eclipse causing a blood moon. It was visible in Southern California earlier this morning. It was cloudy here, so we didn't get a chance to look at it. But this is from the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles. It streamed these images as the eclipse occurred. It's caused by the Earth passing between the sun and the moon. However, as you can see, the moon does not go completely dark. Instead, it glows with a reddish color as the light from the sun is being filtered and bent by the Earth's atmosphere, much like a sunset. So this is the last total lunar eclipse visible in North America until December 31st, 2028. And we are now taking a live look at Beirut, Lebanon. It's just after 5 p.m. there. Now, throughout the day, we've seen this cloud of smoke above the skyline, and that's part of the reaction to the strikes on Iran over the weekend. We have video now that's showing an Iranian missile attack on Tel Aviv, Israel, that was intercepted in the early hours of this morning. It's not immediately clear if this is a missile interception or, in fact, a cluster of warhead atop a guided missile. U.S. military is releasing new video. It says shows American strikes inside Iran as part of a widening campaign against Tehran. United States Central Command posted this footage describing the strikes are part of Operation Epic Fury. It's the large-scale event targeting Iranian military infrastructure and leadership. And in a statement accompanying the video, CENTCOM said U.S. forces were hitting Iran's offensive missile capabilities surgically, overwhelmingly, and unapologetically. That last part was a quote. And we're continuing our coverage of a rescue mission that pulled more than 100 cats from a sanctuary in Wicomico County. And this week, Sheriff Mike Lewis confirmed that criminal charges are likely. He says because it hasn't happened yet, he doesn't want to identify the suspect at this point. But he did explain why it took a few months for his office and several other agencies to finally converge on a property they had been investigating since November.
We knew we were going to have the resources to care for those cats. You don't want to take them out of one harmful situation and put them in another without the proper resources. And we knew that we didn't have them locally. We knew our local Humane Society didn't have them. And we had to rely heavily on the experts from the humane world of animals and the veterinarians and those clinicians who would be here to assist us in carrying out this effort.
Now, Lewis says his office and other agencies are still trying to gather evidence. He says those findings will get handed over to Wicomico County State's Attorney Jamie Dykes. Clear Space Theater Company, they're getting a big financial boost to expand live performances and arts education. The organization said it received a $350,000 grant from the Longwood Foundation, and this money will support a 2.5-year expansion of the theater's live productions and Arts Institute programs. Clear Space says they plan to match the funding June 2028, including contributions during the Do More 24 campaign. That's March 5th and 6th. And we're just getting started in this edition of Coast TV News Midday. Here's what we have coming up. Concert treats, what the Milton Theater is arranging for this year's musical series.
Can't see much from our camera in Laurel. We are going to stay unsettled here over the next 2 days, and we'll slowly begin to warm up by the end of the week. Congratulations to Catherine of Rehoboth Beach on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. We'll track the showers later tonight, and then that big warm up late in the week.
And Beach Patrol Push got the next step for Ocean City to fill its ranks in time for the summer season. Coast TV News Midday returns after this. Getting approval last night in Milton. Food trucks and parking. This is for a permit that reopens a few spots during the summer concert series. The Milton Theater submitted the application to use spaces on Union Street for food trucks every Thursday from May 21st through September 17th. This isn't a new idea. Milton's been doing this for a while, but does need a vote by the town council each year for permitting purposes. March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and the Worcester County Health Department is offering some options here. They got a colon cancer screening program. It's a program that covers screening costs for eligible county residents. It's ages 45 and up who lack health insurance or are underinsured. Colon cancer is one of the most preventable cancers with routine screening, and this Friday, March 6th, we're being asked to wear blue to show support for Dress in Blue Day. Here's a sign that we are nearing the summer season. The Ocean City Beach Patrol holding tryouts. It's scheduled for this upcoming Sunday at 10 a.m. at Salisbury University's Mag's Gym. Beach Patrol says it is offering $21 per hour along with housing assistance. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network, Maryland Eastern Shore hosting South Carolina State in women's basketball. Then we have the final score at 10:30 p.m. And coming up next, there is First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. He is in the Weather Center and is tracking a change for us to those weekend temperatures. Chris has your full forecast after this.
Well, it has not been a pretty start to this first full week of March, but there are warmer, sunnier days in the on the horizon here as we're tracking some more showers and some areas of drizzle pushing through the peninsula, beginning to push into Cambridge, down through Deal Island, in through Salisbury. This rain is very light, and they're seeing another wave just on the other side of the bay. Then we should dry out here. You see this dry slot here over the next few hours, and then this moisture across Indiana and Ohio will be pushing through here later on this evening. Well, winds are pretty calm. You can see the American flag there in Ocean View. We're at 41 degrees out there, and we've had some fog that's developed here over the course of the last few hours. You can see primarily across the midshore down through Wallops Island, where visibility is anywhere from a quarter to a half of a mile. Temperatures right now 39 in Rehoboth. We're at 41 Bridgeville to 42 in Laurel. Winds relatively calm out there, but we continue to see that flow out of the southeast. We'll see more of a southerly wind kick in through the afternoon as temperatures rise into the upper 40s. Again, we dry out here a bit through the afternoon into the early part of the evening, and then we'll see those showers redevelop after about 8 o'clock tonight here on Futurecast. You can see those showers pushing through again. Very light, very spotty, more of the nuisance variety. As we go into early tomorrow morning, quite a mild start. Temperatures in the upper 40s to around 50 with some spotty drizzle, some patchy fog to start. I think we'll try to get some breaks of sunshine by Wednesday afternoon, but it's going to be a mostly cloudy day. We keep the rain chances in play at least through Thursday, and then most of the weekend is dry. Can't rule out a late shower on Sunday. So there's that wave of showers in through Wednesday. I think we dry out. Most of the day is dry, and then it's Wednesday evening we see another impulse of energy push through. There's a front that's stalled to the north of Delmarva here through Wednesday and Thursday, and we're going to have these areas of low pressure right along the front. As we go into Thursday, it's mostly dry. I think most of this activity tracks north of the peninsula, so we're dry most of the day. In fact, temperatures are going to be soaring to near 70. Then as we go into Thursday night, again, most of this activity is trended more towards the north as we go into Thursday night. But there's the setup. Yes, it's going to be a welcoming warm-up with high pressure just over Bermuda. But as we go into Friday, models are hinting at a potential backdoor front that could wreak havoc on our highs on Friday. Right now, we are leaning more towards the milder side of the forecast. Right now, 54 this afternoon with the evening showers. Tonight, 46, so a rather mild night. The overnight lows are actually going to be closer to where we should be for highs this time of year. 63 for our Wednesday, and then there's the warm-up kicking off on Thursday, 71. We're at 68 into Friday, and then a beautiful weekend ahead with temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. Eventually we'll see the sun and some warmer weather. Here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4.
Hope you're having a lovely day so far here along coastal Delmarva. And if you join us today at 4, here's what's coming your way. We've got another Judge Charlie trial to settle. Chores. Should they be done before the fun stuff, or should you save them until after all the fun stuff in your day? We will get Judge Charlie's ruling. Plus, dinner time, you're making those plans. Maybe you don't want to have to worry about that at all. That's where our dish of the week comes in. We've got a delicious shrimp puttanesca to share with you. All of that and so much more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
All right, that looks great. Can't wait. Look forward to that. Coming up after the break, Starbucks brings forward the new seasonal flavors. The coffee giant is rolling out. That's next on Coast TV News Midday. Starbucks, like many of us, are ready to spring forward. The company is launching its latest seasonal lineup today. Later this spring, Starbucks will unveil its new iced mango cream matcha. It features chai, ube, lavender, and coconut-flavored drinks. Target's new CEO says the chain hopes to win back customers with changes to merchandise and store designs. Michael Fiddlekey, who you see there, says the company will increase capital spending by 25%. The retailer is trying to turn things around after 5 years or many years of stagnant sales and stiff competition also coming from Amazon and Walmart. Still ahead, symptom similarity, why doctors say knowing which is to blame for a certain symptom can help bring relief to women who have both MS and menopause. Stay with us on Coast TV News Midday. March is Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. MS is a chronic, often disabling immunitative disease that impacts central nervous system. And Mandy Gaither explains how menopause can mimic MS and why doctors say knowing which is to blame for this certain symptom can help bring relief to women who have both.
It's a natural process that just about every woman will go through. Menopause can lead to hot flashes, night sweats, loss of bladder control, fatigue, sleep disruptions, mood changes, and memory problems. And for a woman who also has multiple sclerosis, these symptoms can overlap.
It's really difficult for many patients and providers to parse out which symptoms are due to which process.
Dr. Elise Carlson, a neurologist with Cleveland Clinic, says lower estrogen at menopause may contribute to the wearing down of the nervous system and changes in immune responses. So for MS patients going through menopause, it can be a double whammy.
And these symptoms can kind of feed off of each other, right? So if we're not addressing these things from one end or the other, they can make the symptoms worse.
That's why Carlson says it's important to talk to a doctor about those symptoms, because if the ones associated with menopause aren't treated, it can worsen already existing MS symptoms.
If these things aren't addressed, it can cause a lot of problems for many women, and be very disruptive to their daily function and quality of life.
Carlson says doctors can help figure out if it's menopause or MS to blame and discuss what treatments can help bring some relief. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
We got a gloomy shot of Milford here. We have some light showers, a drizzle pushing over the area, 41 degrees. We'll get a little break from the rain through the afternoon as we top out in the upper 40s. You can get your latest forecast by calling our First Alert Weather phone. And I promise you the warmer temperatures are on the way, and you'll see that in the 10-day forecast. Well, I wish I had better weather news to report today, but we are socked in the clouds. We are seeing areas of rain and drizzle. At least we'll get a little bit of a break, I think, through the afternoon, and then another wave of showers are going to roll through this evening. As we take a look at your 10-day forecast, we're up to 63 into Wednesday. We keep the shower threat in play through Wednesday, and then Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, 71 by the afternoon. I think most of the day is dry, 68. Watching that backdoor front on Friday could wreak havoc with our temperatures. I do think we will stay on the milder side. And then as we go into the weekend, looking at temperatures in the lower to mid 70s, and we stay pretty mild into the start of next week.
All right, thanks, Chris, and thank you for catching us here on Coast TV News Midday. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app, and don't forget to join us later for Coast TV News at 5. Until then, have a great Tuesday, everybody.